channel.
Hey, you know what time it is?
What time is it, man?
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Beatdown, the segment and channel where two worlds collide. I am your host, Class. This is my co-host.
Mr. J, how's it going, guys? We have another one for you, and if you like these videos, we would like to remind you, go in the section below, subscribe, make sure you get all of our notifications, make sure you turn them on,
Yeah.
comment, like, share.
Yeah. And without further ado, we are, well, you can obviously see by a little hint that we're going to finish our villain and anti-hero tournament. It's gotten interesting because we were all left with Marvel and DC characters, and now we're down to the final four being all DC comic characters. So this is an interesting one, and there were some pretty tough ones to compete with. Usually we do brief origin stories. Usually we do powers, abilities, and feats. But if you want to watch any of those things, you can just watch the previous episodes. We explain all of those things. We explain brief origins. We explain powers, abilities, feats. You just gotta look at the playlist that says T3 Tournament 3 or third tournament, and it will show you exactly what we're talking about. Anyways, so now let's just get into the process of elimination. This is the very first time we've ever done a fatal four-way elimination match. So this is going to be a very interesting one. So we're going to explain how each character is going to get eliminated based on which champion we chose. And today, I decided to represent DC Comics Lobo. Okay, so here are the final four we have. You obviously know on the caption, it's a really long list, but we have John Constantine, we have Lobo, we have Darkseid himself, and we have Reverse Flash. So we have some pretty impressive baddies coming into this corner and getting into this fight. So we have to make a pretty impressive argument. Now, a lot of people would have thought, "May, you should have picked one character over the other." I'm sure a lot of people are going to leave that down in the comment section below. And I agree with you. Hey, feel free. You're entitled to your own opinion. But I chose the main man because I honestly think the intelligence does come in handy during a fight against people with godly abilities or any abilities with magic. So I'm just going to start it off with how Lobo would go to this whole process. Now, I think Lobo would start with Reverse Flash in the whole beginning of this whole fight. Now, the reason I say that is because I do believe that Lobo has experience with fighting a speedster before. He fought, what's his name? Flash at one point, and he found a way to counter maneuver him based on using his brains and how to catch him in the moment, knowing when he was going to come up. So he figured out how to counter Flash's speed. So I do believe he could do the same type of ability to Reverse Flash as well. Reverse Flash is pretty smart, but also here's another thing. Yes, Reverse Flash can go back in time. That is a possibility, but here's the crazy thing about Lobo. Lobo is so smart. He was able to invent a device that was going to be able to explode or do like the same type of effect as a meteor did to crash on Earth when it destroyed wiped out the entire dinosaurs. He was going to invent an exact device in there like that, and he even invented a time traveling portal where he was able to open a pocket of time traveling dimension where he could drop a bomb and he can blow up the dinosaurs. Okay, this guy is that smart. So do I believe he could figure out a way to go with Reverse Flash back in time, even if Reverse Flash decided to do anything like that? Yes. Here's what I think. Reverse Flash, even if he decided to rush right through him or anything like that, Lobo can just regenerate. His blood can turn into more duplicates. So just one time getting crushed into him, he's got an incredible healing factor, okay? Guy is insane. On top of that, he's insanely strong. So he's capable of counter maneuver Reverse Flash's moves, and he's also obviously a lot capable of using maybe even traps. He can make anything from junk into weaponry. Okay, he can make traps. He's capable of doing anything, things to wipe out planets. He's got that even in his arsenal already, in his bike. Okay, even on his chest, in his holster somewhere, he's got one of those weapons. So at the end of the day, Reverse Flash will be able to Reverse Flash might be smart, it might be pretty strong and capable of getting a hit pretty hard like a dwarf star. But Lobo hitting you a bunch of times, if he gets just one good shot in, and then just comes at him like a shark that smells blood and just keeps pounding on him, at that point, Reverse Flash is gone. I mean, he's strong, but at some point, if he's got him there, if he makes him dizzy, it's over. Now, the next two. Now, here's the thing about Constantine and Darkseid. There's a possibility that Constantine puts Darkseid in some kind of trapped portal. He sets him up, puts him in some different dimension because he does have that possibility. But remember, Darkseid does have the boom tube, so there are these arguments to be made that Constantine might not be able to have Darkseid's number. As you've seen in the comics, Darkseid was able to overpower Constantine at some points. So Constantine might have an ability to hold his own, but his only safe bet would be channeling a demon or trapping Darkseid. But during those times, there's these possibilities. Lobo could wait. After fighting Reverse Flash, if Constantine decides to trap him, all he's got to do now is fight Constantine. Now, here's the thing about Lobo. Lobo is able to kill somebody using only, get this, his spit. He could spit someone. He spit someone to death. He literally just shot a loogie and killed someone right between the eyes with his loogie. What the fudge? Okay? That man's deranged, but to be able to shoot that type of loogie, just spit. I don't know anyone who can spit a bullet, okay? So how is that even possible? It's crazy. This dude is insane. So if he's able to get that one shot into Constantine's head, boom, it's over. He doesn't even need a weapon. He just, there you go, right between the eyes. And so even if Constantine comes back from the dead, you have to keep to mind there's also this other possibility. Lobo in the comics was able to trap Deadman with one device that he was capable of figuring out on his own. So could he do the same thing to Constantine? If Constantine's soul came back, he could just trap him in this device as well. Keep Constantine out of the game officially and find a way to eliminate him whenever he feels like it. And let's say he didn't get rid of Darkseid, and Darkseid's still around. Lobo and Darkseid, toe-to-toe, mano-a-mano, both men have fought Superman. They can crash each other, beat each other a lot. I do believe Lobo does have the necessary tools and devices to put Darkseid out of commission if he needs to. It would take some time, granted, but there's always going to be that healing factor to be considered. If Darkseid even decided to cut him into pieces, duplicates of Lobos coming at you, wave after wave, constant, no matter what, it just never ends. At the end of the day, it's going to overwhelm you, regardless if you're a new god or old god. And at the end of the day, Lobo could claim victory in that way. So all in all, these three characters, Reverse Flash, Constantine, and Darkseid, yes, they're one of the best villains and toughest to beat. But all in all, Lobo, the only reason why he's not ever decided to just conquer the world himself is because he's got like some kind of moral code when he just does with contracts, and that's it. I'll stick to my contract. That's all I do. I don't want to do anything else. He could have claimed the world if he wanted to. He decides not to. That's how I believe Lobo will win and claim the W on this one.
And my contestant today is Darkseid. Now, since my process of elimination, I want to say Darkseid would go right after John Constantine, and he would let Lobo try to, deal with Reverse Flash first. Because like he's mentioned, the only real way Constantine's going to be able to is, to trap Darkseid or to summon someone to help him out. But if he doesn't have anybody around to help him out, it's going to be a very tough day for him. So he gets killed immediately while Darkseid is dealing with Reverse Flash. And then once that's all finished and he's managed to kill off Reverse Flash, then that's when Darkseid goes after Lobo. The only thing with this fight is Lobo's going to have a long time before he can really damage Darkseid. And Darkseid can keep killing Lobo, but he's just going to be able to keep coming back. So he's going to have to use the boom tubes to separate Lobo, or to put him in a place where it takes him a while to come back from. Or he's going to have to use his Omega Beams. The reason people don't like that is because they keep saying, well, they're like, the Omega Beams don't technically kill you. And then there's other people that will say they don't kill you, but they erase you from all existence. So if Lobo gets hit with that, you can't exactly come back from that because there's nothing left of you to come back from. So with the Omega Beams or with the boom tubes, I want to say Darkseid takes this one. But he's going to have to wait for Lobo to deal with Reverse Flash first.
Okay. I mean, there's also the argument to be said that like Reverse Flash could go with Darkseid first, and then Constantine could go with Lobo, because obviously Constantine would probably be able to put Lobo in some freaking dimension, and Lobo wouldn't be able to get out of it. And on the other
Yeah.
end, then you got, Darkseid just snapping Reverse Flash's neck. I mean, obviously Reverse Flash is an impressive fighter, but at some point, he's a new god.
He's gonna catch him.
Yeah, he's gonna catch you. I mean, that's just it's a given. And then if it was down to it, Darkseid and Constantine. I mean, again, in the comics, we've seen Darkseid overwhelm Constantine, and obviously Darkseid actually surprisingly in his actual form, he's like giant. He's not like a regular size guy.
Yeah, no. The only reason he is that size when he's on Earth is because he uses the boom tubes, and according to some comic storylines, or what is it, continuity?
Yeah, continuity.
Well, when he uses the boom tube, whatever planet he's on or goes to or destination, the boom tube alters your size to whatever is considered normal for that area. So that's why he shrinks down. But his actual size, I think he's like the size of a star.
Yeah, he is. He is the size of a star. Just think about that. I mean, go look at a star. You think, if you're seeing it from afar, go get a closer look at a star.
It'd be a little difficult to do that, but
I mean, photo-wise, maybe just see a picture. Don't actually go like to NASA and do all that just to go see a star to make my point or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. So yeah, his argument is well said. Obviously, the waiting game with Lobo with Reverse Flash makes sense, and then Darkseid would going against Lobo would be perfect, and Darkseid going against Constantine. Either way, Darkseid is a pretty formidable foe to put down, and obviously wouldn't be that easy to put down. And then on my argument, I would say that Lobo is capable because of his intellect to be able to make weapons that could trap and kill certain characters in this whole battle to the point where he could be the final guy, the main man in this fight. But again, it's not up to me. It's not up to my boy here. It's up to you guys. So, if you guys liked my argument, you know what you can do? You can hashtag Lobo. And if you like my boy's argument, what do you do, brother?
Hashtag Darkseid.
And as an added bonus, if you guys don't even like either one of our arguments, you can hashtag either one of the other characters because you think they might beat all three of them. Either way, it's all good, man. As always, No Press Fan, we really appreciate you guys. Catch you guys later. Peace.